Welcome to Cyberpunk 2030 A Better Tomorrow
another day, sailing away from me. And though the work isn't done, I don't want to hear you, 'cause you cannot master the strike. It's a uphill battle, but it's my attitude. I'm prepared. If I had to travel a destined avenue, race, but don't mistake this precious for no vacation. I may be an optimist, but I know where we're up against, so shut it. Hate it or love it, I'm proving yes to nothing. One can be a realist and still have some fight left in me. I understand that you're down and out, but I cannot have you around. Stay from me. If your plans decide, there is just no way I'll concede and bury my mind to wait in defeat. You're not even my enemy, and you try to show down in some around it. Place your words, presented like it's an honest quarantine, but again you call it that when you won't leave and stand on your face. You're demoralized, you're demoralized, you're demoralized. Place your run around, but when we win, it's all the time. Don't matter, man. Those who will definitely benefit don't ever act like you pay to such. I understand that you're down and out, but I cannot have you around. Stay from me. If your plans decide, there is just no way I'll concede and bury my mind to wait in defeat. There's gotta be a way where there's a will, because our fate is now sealed. There is just a way I'll concede and bury my mind to wait in defeat. You ain't gotta leave, but you got to get from around it and take that black pill right back to wherever you live. We're dealing with an a different set of ethics that we know it's bad, but that don't mean we have to lose. This content is not stay from me. If your plans decide, there is just no way I'll concede and bury my mind to wait in defeat. There's gotta be a way where there's a will, because our fate is now sealed. There is just a way I'll concede and bury my mind to wait in defeat. We will win. We will win.
All right, there we go. Music is done, and that was what was the name of that band again? That was Backwards, White Pilled. Give them a shout out since they decided to actually make that royalty free and publish that around YouTube, so they're not going to give anybody any strikes for using it. So I will gladly add that to the repertoire.
Nice.
So I am your very humbled ST after this weekend. Good Lord, it was a chore getting here for this game. But we are back once again for more Cyberpunk. Yes, more MOAR. Darn it. So what is it? Justin, I think you have our recap for today. Why don't you go ahead and kick that off and let's get the game.
I do. We started out hospitalized like we should have been coming out of that place. It's not exactly comfortable because it's 2030 and we're all in the same room. But we are given more medical treatment than any of the rest of us has normally seen outside of a Ripper doc. Syntax informs us of the free hospital stay, and we have about $550K in earnings. The AI at the parks are uncorrupted AI. May is a lesser, in quotations I have here, lesser AI. But at least she can fully blend in. It does not appear that we have brought out the rogue AI into our nets, and all of our visual data has been deleted. So we do not, if we took any recordings left over on our brains is erased, which is a sad thing, because there's a lot of memories there, a lot of memories. While we were gone, there was nearly a riot in our town. Thankfully, it did not happen. Elijah Murphy, who is head under security underneath Visions, made sure everything went okay. We spent a lot of time budgeting. We had a lot of money to price around, and each of us got $20K, and Octavia went to repaint the trucks. Some money was set aside for paying the rest of our bills, as well as our monthly bills for each individual. There is a new person when we got back in Maryvale, Kiani Taylor, a model. Elijah suggests repairing the buildings and installing solar panels to help with the electricity issue. Sam, I have this in quotes. I don't know why I have it in quotes. Sam meets with Kiani. She's looking for a safe place. She's from Dallas. She's a model, so she'd spin around the world. She sounds like she was betrayed. But she hasn't met any friends yet. Stolas stays lazy. He does not do much. He spends a lot of time with bench press. And if you spent time with her, you'd be right there next to him. Just say it. Octavia looks into getting skin weave to be a little bit more durable on the battlefield. And her and Vision starts doing car stuff.
Sure.
And removes her scar. She's working on removing her scar. Skulls visits his clans and pays his dues. We got a smut and a woo for Stolas.
Why exactly?
That's the number that's going down.
Okay.
Because that was specific. But there are a couple of jobs, one in Kiani. The big one is Kuroshi for $50K. And Kiani is a pregame job that resulted in Sam having some tech, and Kiani may or should have been, but wasn't really in the clear. And the Mr. Stud unit apparently has voice activation words. And I do not think it's a single word. I think it's multiple words, if not set up in an array, such as danger or I think. And Stolas passed out twice because of it. Amori manually removed the unit. Then we went on to discuss the plan.
And I'm going to interject one more time. Ew.
While discussing the plan with Kuroshi, we figured we could fake her death using a fake body and some blood, give her money, slap her on the ass, and send her on her way. Kiani is down with the plan because she gets to leave.
Okay.
And that was 2 weeks ago, the game.
All right. Well, we pick up pretty much where we left off. It's only been about a day at this point. Stolas, you wake up. You are still on the table, a little bit lighter.
Oh.
A little bit lighter?
A little bit lighter.
Am I just missing my My handy dandy piece?
Yes. You are no longer armed.
Or a tripod in this case?
No.
Sorry, I couldn't help myself.
That's okay. But yes, that unit has been removed.
So have you figured out why it keeps turning on, Doc?
Smart.
That's a great question. First off, you got to make sure that you get it installed properly, and that you get that type of thing sourced from somebody who doesn't have a grudge on you, because that's really what that looked like,
Or it's a trigger word to wrap it up.
I mean, could be, but either way, whatever's activating it, if it's not you, then it's doing something that's just to get to you. That's not a normal thing for that to happen, especially if you didn't program it that way.
Can't we just kind of plug it into the computer and it tell us what words are triggering it? Or if it's being remotely activated?
Well, let me see what I can find out here. So he goes ahead. And tries to analyze the unit to see what options are turned on or whatever.
Sure. So this is not a standard med tech check. So this is just going to be your tech. We'll say tech and basic tech.
Okay, it wouldn't be cyber tech.
Well, yeah, we could do cyber tech. Yeah.
Sweet.
Sorry
One
about that.
extra point.
You're like, I get one more.
Yeah, exactly.
So you're saying there's a chance.
Oops. It's going to be total. Okay. Total of 20.
Okay. So it does a basic rundown, system analysis. Everything comes up looking like it's clean and functional. The one thing you do note, however, is the version number for the firmware has an extra 0.1 at the end.
Okay.
Firmware.
Huh. So you literally see him looking at the data screen, and he's like, huh. 0.1. Somebody added a patch, a feature or two here. I wonder if I can nail down what that is. So then, is there any way for me to find out what the most recent addition or change was to the firmware?
Yeah, I mean, you could certainly take a look at it doesn't keep, without having somebody who is a net runner. I mean, it's going to keep a log of when it was updated, just like any other device.
Okay. Then take a look to see what recently was done to it.
Sure. Okay. So you go into system and take a look at it real quick. And last time it was updated was about when you guys finally got back. So it was that day after you got back, which Stolas went to go spend time with bench press.
Okay. Okay, so this was changed after you went to see bench press, it looks like, because that's where you went, the day after we got back, right? Am I remembering that correctly?
Yeah, and I'm off the hard stuff.
No, right. No, yeah, that's good. That's good. But I'm saying that were you asleep at any point in time? I'm assuming you were when you were at bench press's place.
Or my place. Sometimes both.
So you might want to ask her what she or one of the Quins did to your unit. Because I'm no net runner.
And at that point, Skulls, you actually hear your analysis machine
Mhm.
start, like, the basic speaker on it starts thumping a little bit, and then you hear some Japanese girls start to sing. And if you're familiar with the song, it's Benghua Cherry and DJ June. Chin Chin, it's the the Japanese girls from Blade 1 when they entered when they entered that vampire club.
Oh wow. Okay.
So real cutesy rap Japanese sounding girl sort of thing.
Huh.
And then every so often your display has like a very like 8-bit looking 2 cherry thing kind of float by.
That's a new one. Wow. Is bench press a net runner?
Maybe.
I've never seen somebody able to put that on the analysis screen. Like, I didn't realize they could even do that. Wow.
I
Yeah.
think.
So, yeah, she's having some fun with you. I'm kind of afraid to delve any deeper because who the heck knows? She's gonna make my machine explode with the Trojan something or other in there. So, I suggest you ask her, figure out what it is, and yeah.
Well, unplug it from your machine and I'll get it reattached to myself. I can at least do that part myself.
Yeah, made sure about that, huh? Goes ahead and unplugs it, hands it over to him.
It's at least one thing I'm handy with.
You didn't have to say handy. God. Anyway, you need anything else, Stolas, other than me checking out your unit again?
No, I'm fine.
Okay, good.
I swear I'm an adult. He will reattach his unit.
Okay.
And he'll start.
He grabs the Allen
he'll
wrench
go
and
off
just
to a
makes
place
some
and start
adjustments real
working on-
quick. And you do what, Stolas?
I swear I'm an adult. He's gonna practice some more on his guitar.
Okay. So I go out of the lab, or not the lab, but the med lab, and walk away. You realize, Skulls, after he gets a certain distance away,
Yeah.
the song stopped playing because it was on a loop the whole time he was in there. But after
Okay.
he gets a certain distance away, it stops.
Was that playing from the cyberware itself or from the
Apparently.
analysis machine? Okay.
Well, no, it was playing. It was playing from the analysis machine.
Okay. Gotcha.
Basically, it has Bluetooth.
That's right. Okay. Yeah. So I was looking at it going like, that's, wow. That, impressive, but wow. Okay. Anyway, shoot. All right. So he's going to go ahead and open up comms and be like, hey, everybody. So where are we all at in Operation Living Dead Girl?
I don't know.
Was I supposed to do something?
Yeah, weren't you supposed to do the VIN number change and turn the title
Well-
over to the Nevada?
Well, I no. I mean,
Oh,
I said I would help with, but I'm not the computer savvy.
You're getting a
one.
lot of encouragement. It sounds like, Skulls.
I secured her a ride out of town. We just need to touch base once the work is done.
In order for me to
Got it.
also change the VIN number, I have to have the unit.
Right. We might not need to make that change. There's one thing that I talked about with Sam and Amore. The overall plan is Amore is going to be looking for a scav haunt. Once we find that haunt, we go raid it. Maybe do a social service and down a few scavs, you know, for justice and all that, and
Umbrella!
they might have or they will likely have a dead body in their possession that we can kind of use as the replacement, and we can then doctor things up from there. So I'm not sure that we're going to need to actually change the VIN. My initial thought was, since we've got the 2 cyber organs and then the cyber arm, we can swap out the arm. That part's easy. And once we get the dead girl, I put the correct arm on her, make it look like the other 2 cyber organs that the repo place is looking for look like they were removed from the scav by the scavs. And then we I do a few other alterations here and there, add some evidence, and then we burn the body, like, carefully, to make sure that a lot of that evidence is kind of washed away and they can only pick up what we want them to pick up. So I'm not sure that we'd have to change the VIN on the arm, because it is going to be the real arm they're looking for.
Yeah. I think that pretty much needs to stay that way. And since you did such a good job, Doc, with the telling, everyone needs to remember that when we go into that haunt, no one comes out other than us.
Yeah.
And if you're not cool with that, don't come.
They're scabs. Why would we not be cool with it?
Say, who wouldn't be cool about knocking off some scabs?
I'm not. You're making the assumption that's the only thing that's going to be there.
Ah. Well,
Yes.
anyone else that's there is going to wish they weren't, so.
I'm just raising that point now because there will not be time to get into a moralistic argument about the right or wrong of this. We've already crossed that line when we took the job. We knew we're going to get our hands dirty. If you're going to be uncomfortable with it, stay outside the haunt while the rest of us do what needs to be done.
How many days past our possible stay are we?
2.
And if the scavs got her, the gonks probably would want sweet release rather than to live through what their memories. So we would be doing them a favor.
That would be my general take on it, but it will not be a good place to get into a moral discussion.
Right. I mean, unlikely that they have anyone left living. It's possible, but these guys typically just harvest. You know, they don't necessarily care if the person lives.
Yeah, I've only heard stories about how they harvest.
Yeah.
And yeah, I agree with Stolas. It would probably be a godsend just to put them out of their misery anyways.
All right. So, Jerome, I will start working the streets and reach out to my brother and go, little brother, I'm looking to find me a scav hunt to harvest. Is there anything in the territory that might need removal?
Okay, and that, if I recall, is the person you know from Knight's Call.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
That is correct.
Yep. Just want to make sure we're talking about the same guy.
Mm-hmm.
Back up real quick. I think I put everybody.
Haven't had many run-ins with Knight's Call.
Victor Highland is the individual's name.
Yep.
So, all right. Actually, he gets back to you pretty quick and tells you. He fires off a text saying that there are some uncharacteristically discreet scabs that the other gangs know of that are operating in the area. They aren't completely certain where they're at, but they're almost positive they're out in Gilbert past Razor's Edge turf.
Okay.
The reason why they believe this is because they have gotten a hold of some footage, city cameras and whatnot, that have confirmed, when somebody's been abducted, and these guys, a couple of guys fitting that description, have pinged a couple times, but they're always seen going outside of town as opposed to some shady place not far away. Which that's what makes them a little more unique. He isn't sure if it's the gangs, the fact that they're fairly strong and organized here, kind of is pushing them out further outside, or if they've got something else going on.
Okay, I'll send him 200 credits as a thank you.
Okay. He says He says, I don't know. He also sends you another text. I don't know if you're interested, but there are pioneers out in that stretch of land that you might be able to negotiate with. They'd probably have more details.
Excellent. Thank you. Okay. Sounds good. All righty. And as a surprise for my girlfriend, I book a restaurant table at somewhere expensive.
Okay.
You can be as creative as you want. I'll go between 500 and 1,000 credits on this.
Okay. Then we'll just, you get set up at the 13th floor.
All right.
You're already familiar with that. That's a place where you guys did one of your first ops.
She's technically still in the hospital. She doesn't get healed. She gets healed in 4 or 5 days as long as she stays in the hospital. Otherwise, it's going to take 4 weeks.
So I make it for a week away.
Okay.
I'm sure they'll take my money.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Especially if it's not immediacy, then it gives them more time to plan. So, sure. Just go ahead and erase the creds. Mark it down on a calendar or something. So Ghost, you end up seeing a little prompt on your phone, calendar invite, titled something effective like "Date." Damn it!
Yep, that probably sums it up.
Just laughs.
All righty. So I'll get hold of Skulls on the other information and tell him I've got a lead out past Razor Edge territory. Yeah. Probably need to take 2 or 3 bodies, go out and see if I can't reach out to some of the pioneers in the area to get a little more hard info.
Gotcha. Who do you want to take with you?
Only those who are healed.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. Yeah. You plan on heading out there right away, or is there a specific time?
No. It's if you got stuff to finish up, go ahead and finish up.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to see if I can get all the evidence we need and keep that on ice from Kiani, and just make sure that's done and we're not, backed up in a corner. Did we have a deadline for the? Did they have like a deadline?
You only have a couple. You only have a couple days to get this pulled off. That was the deal.
Okay.
It was
so it's not immediacy. You got to get it done in a couple of days.
Okay.
Yeah, it was somewhere between 3 and 5, and I don't remember the exact number.
Yeah, 3. So within 3 because of the urgency of the bounty.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
So almost before I forget, Jerome, in talking to Kuroshi when I took on the contract, was I able to get any idea of what they exactly wanted?
They want the merchandise back. They don't care about the girl.
Okay. So they want the 2 organs?
No, Kuroshi wants the eyes.
The eyes.
They're under the impression that she still has them. They have been trying to track her down. She's been off the grid, off the grid or outside the grid at this point. Barring that, they want proof that she's deceased, or
proof of death. Okay,
right, or the team that she worked with.
Okay. So, reminds us of that. Amori picks up, looks at his phone for a second, and then clicks over to the handheld set and goes, Sam, we need to go for a walk.
Yeah, what's up?
We need to go for a walk. I feel the urge to walk the perimeter while we have a discussion.
Okay. Be right there.
Thank you, Sam. Always a pleasure.
Okay, so while you guys are setting up on that, Ghost, there's a knock at your door.
Come in.
Hey, Joe the Frogman, what's going on? So you get a knock at your door, and the door kind of opens up. It's an unfamiliar face. Let me, you know what? I think I even have a visual, so let me get that pulled up. Ooh, careful. That was a little loud. I could have swore I had a picture for this guy. Oh, wrong one. That's why I don't have a picture for him. That's not who I was worried about. That is who I was worried about. Haha. Okay, so I will get that pulled up. Uno Momento 4 flavors. So you guys have something to look at. And then for those people who are watching, I will describe what the guy looks like. There you go. So he comes walking in. This individual, he looks pretty well dressed, but not corpo. Like he cares about his appearance, but he is not flashing a whole bunch of money around. Just like he's comfortable looking like, you know, probably someplace middle class, which isn't very common in the cyberpunk world at this point. He has a like a BDU jacket, so it's that kind of drab green looking thing, but it's got all kinds of, from what you can tell, it's got all kinds of markings on it. Just at a quick glance, when you look at it, you can tell they're tribal in some sort.
So more design, less like words.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And he says, I was told somebody who knew DQ was in here. Did you know DQ? I totally apologize. I get this is probably uncommon, and you look like you've probably had better days.
Do I know DQ?
Oh, you know DQ. That was Stolas's old character.
Oh, yes, that's right.
You guys
I forgot he even played another character.
Yep, you guys were actually partially related.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah, I knew him. He passed away a little while ago.
Yeah. No, he says, shoot, manners. My name is Michinoku, Funaki Michinoku. You can just call me Funaki. It's fine. Everybody else does. He says, yeah, I still have some of his things at my house when he was staying there for a bit. I heard that he ran with your MC11 or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like so I was just I mean I was just trying to find somebody to give this stuff to.
I'll take it.
I was told he had some family member in the group. I wanted to make sure this got handed off to the right crowd. I was never a nomad, but I know he was at some point, and this would probably mean something to them.
Yeah, that would be great. Thank you. Did you bring it with you, or?
He says, I brought the coat. And he, the coat. He's like, it's in the rest of it's in a little box. It's personal effects and whatnot, but I figured the coat would probably help me. get my foot in the door. I didn't know what to expect when I walked in. Sorry.
Oh yeah, don't mind the missing arm. They're growing it. Yeah, no, it's fine. Yeah, I'll take his stuff. I'm in here for a couple days, so I mean, if you need to bring it by, I'll still be here.
Okay. Yeah. I'll bring it by probably tomorrow or something. And in fact, when he sets the coat down, it's got similar tribal glyphs and whatnot from your nomadic group, pirates.
Yeah, she'll sit there and just kind of look over the coat, kind of nostalgically, like. Yep.
They didn't really do much in the way of patches per se, because obviously you don't really have a whole lot of room for an embroidery machine when you're out on the high seas like that. So they would like hand paint and mark up the jackets.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, thank you for bringing this by. Good work tracking me down. Like, that was pretty impressive.
Oh, I work for the Quinns, so when I started asking around, they said I could probably come here and find somebody.
Yeah. Yep, that makes more sense. Okay. Yeah, that's still yeah, thanks for bringing this by, and yeah, I guess I'll see you tomorrow when you bring the rest of it.
Do you mind if I ask how he went? Because I didn't really get a whole lot of details outside of the fact that I got a cable saying he's deceased, and I was the next of kin.
You see, I wasn't there for that out of character for that particular fight.
He took a missile to the chest like a boss.
Did he jump out of the plane?
No.
And take it? No. He just straight at, like.
Yep.
Okay, so we were in a plane. Well, stupidly, he caught a missile in the chest, which might have saved the rest of us.
He didn't strike me as the heroic type, but okay. I mean,
in the right circumstances, we were flying in a plane, and there's a lot of firepower going around. So yeah, it was actually strangely heroic.
Cool. I mean, I can't. I mean, obviously, I can't really say anything. I wasn't there.
I barely remember it too. I was practically dead as well.
I don't know if it means anything, because again, I don't know if he was to come looking, but I settled his debt with Venom.
Oh. Are you okay?
Oh, me? No. I'm cool. I was able to flash enough eddies, and the fact that he couldn't really get back at DQ, that was pretty much all she wrote.
Okay. I just want to make sure you didn't get yourself tangled in that.
Oh, no. Yeah, and I'm pretty cool with the Quinn, so it's not like I had a whole lot to worry about, and I wasn't directly involved. I think it was more of a consolation prize for Venom. So okay. I was just doing that to make sure he didn't think somebody else in the family needed to be followed up on.
Oh, awesome. Thank you. That probably saved us a lot of grief that I completely forgot about. So, yeah. That's awfully nice of you. Well, you know where to find us.
Actually, I don't.
The Maryville area.
Oh, that's you guys?
Yeah, that's us.
Oh, that's wild. Okay. What, if you don't mind me asking, what made you decide to, I don't know, squat in Maryville and take on the people in the combat zone?
So there's this really good mechanic there, actually. And we spent a lot of time there, and it just kind of became familiar. And there was a couple of huge firefights, and at that point, we're just like, this is our place now. So, yeah, we took over. Kind of just more of a team building for the little people. I mean, we took on some people that were stranded, and just gave them a place to live without being, part of a gang or anything. Not that gangs are bad, but options.
Okay. Who? I only heard the rumor that there was somebody else in the family in the.
Yeah,
Do you know who that is?
Yeah, we were somewhat related.
You?
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's fortuitous.
Coach just looks really confused. Like, wait, what's going on right now? I want too many drugs for this.
Okay, so yeah, you clearly have a lot going on, with everything. But when you're out, would you mind if I called you or something to talk?
Here's my digits. I call them digits now. Here's my number. Here's my contact info. Yeah, just get a hold of me here.
At the hospital or your phone?
No, this is my phone.
Okay, cool. I wasn't sure if you were being, sneaky and just giving me the phone here.
Here's my room number.
Right, exactly.
No, she'll get her contact info. She's not worried about this guy.
All right, cool. Yeah, okay, so, all right, and just let me know if you ever make your way back to Rattler's Cove or something. I'll try to get you guys a free drink or something, for your stay.
Cool. All right. Sounds good. What was your name again?
Oh, Funaki.
Funaki, right. Sorry. They have a lot of drugs going through me. I'm Ghost.
I can imagine. As he kind of does one of these numbers and looks at your arm.
Attached to leg. So leg is good. Weight on the arm. A lot of nanobots rolling through this. But Funaki, Ghost. Everybody in our group is pretty good. All of the runners, if you need anything, jobs, help, whatever, just let us know.
Cool.
But I'm just gonna rest a little more. So
yeah. I probably jumped the gun with this. You get some rest. It was good meeting you, Ghost, and maybe I'll give you a jingle when you get out or something.
All right, sounds good. Thanks.
So he just does one of these and steps back on out. He set the coat across your legs or something so you could hold on to it or set it off to the side or whatever.
No, she'll hold on to it, but then she'll text the group with his name. And be like, hey, do we have any info on this guy? Apparently he's in with the Quins. And so she'll give that information, his name to everybody. And then I'll be associated with DQ. And if you can find anything out, let me know.
Okay, so you want me to put it through Syntax?
No. Word of mouth. I mean, Stolas could just ask any of the Quins when he runs into them.
Actually, yeah.
Okay. All right.
You don't need to pay Syntax for that. That's fine. It's not that big a deal.
Comms?
Yeah, no, this is just open comms or texts, whatever.
Yeah.
Faster since you guys are farther away.
Give me a second.
And then I'll put and if you remember, there was something DQ had to settle with Venom. That's been taken care of, so we don't have to worry about Venom.
Is that something we have obligation for at some point in the future?
No, he said it was free and clear. We're good. I offered him if he needed something. But I guess he'll talk more afterward. After I'm out of here. I'm just a little bit too tired for this right now. It's family stuff.
We'll consider it as a minor to be paid back if it comes up. That takes care of it. Everyone else has had something we've had to deal with. We'll qualify it that way, and we'll take care of it if it comes up.
But yeah, speaking of, when do we have to go hit the scavs?
You won't be ready.
Damn it. Grow faster, arm. I could just chuck the old one on for a hot second.
Put some Windex on it.
That would be really useful under the right circumstances. A 3-armed girl?
What? No, not 3 arms. Just put the cyber arm back on before they could. Never mind.
3
3
arms.
guns. 3 guns. I could. If I smart linked them, I bet I could shoot all 3. No. That's too much modify. I'm trying to get away from the cyberware, so no. Okay.
So 3 real arms then.
Oh. I don't know why I'm squeamish about that. I literally have somebody else's arm on me. So yeah, so I don't get to go shoot anybody? Damn it.
I'll shoot someone twice for you.
Okay. Get those scabs good. Wait, who's driving? Oh, yeah, visions. We have visions. Okay, never mind. Tell visions not to screw up and don't leave anybody behind.
I can't imagine who that comment was aimed at.
I'm going to sacrifice myself. You drive on. Yeah, no, it's not happening. All right, you guys keep planning, and hopefully this job will be done sooner rather than later.
Stolas will go ahead and send a message to Bench Press. 2 questions. Do you know, hold on, I put it in the chat because I still had it in my notes. Funaki Michinoku? And how do I turn off this voice activation so I don't accidentally splatter my pants in the middle of a mission?
So you get a text. So you get 2 texts back. One confirms who Funaki Michinoku is. He's comes from a former nomad family, and he works at the Rattler's Cove. He operates as a pit boss.
He'll share that with everybody. Pit boss at Rattler's Cove. Bench Press knows him.
Can't hear you, Ghost.
He said something about free drinks. I don't know if just for me or everybody, but if we ever go back to Rattler's Cove. Oh, that's why he might have been confused. I have a different face.
Yes.
So if DQ showed a picture, it doesn't work. Oh, I forgot about that.
So he didn't notice you at all, huh?
No. I mean, he was just surprised, which I was like, "Why are you surprised?" Like,
that's okay because you can play it as like a half sister or something that no one knew about, rather than the whatever word it might have been in the picture he might have showed.
And aren't nomad families pretty big to begin with?
I mean, we did shift out of the new nomad lifestyle. My family actually worked for Corpo, so we kind of got outed a little bit from the nomad community because we ended up getting paid to do security work in the water. So it's not really they're not really that happy with my family right now.
And what's that second message?
And one of the reasons I left to go become a Panzer driver. So. All right, cool. We'll check that out later. Thanks for the info.
Okay. I guess at this point, Amori and Sam, you're going to...
there are 2 messages.
Walk the perimeter. Yeah, and the other one is a fist bump.
Oh.
Knew that was coming. So, Sam, in my conversation with the people doing the contract, they come up with this interesting fact, and that they're aware of the fact that our client was not a solo.
Yeah. Okay.
And one of the things that they indicated
no,
was...
No offense to her, but she's a model.
Oh, it didn't come from her. This comes from the people who let the contract.
Okay. Go on.
And they said, if we accidentally acquired more than just the package, they'd be happy to accept extras. So if you need to do some house cleaning on your end...
No. Okay. No, the crew that I worked with was Syntax in the gang.
I didn't know that. I just wanted to make sure that you were aware of the fact that if there was something that needed to go away, now would be a good time for it to go away in the surplus of activity.
I appreciate your consideration, but unnecessary.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't want to bring that up on public.
Yeah.
Unbreaded.
And yeah. They're not getting the tech back.
I didn't think we were giving anything back. I just think that if we had a way to smooth it over and it was convenient, we'd use it. But if there's nothing else, we'll work with what we've got.
Hey, anything else you need from me?
Excuse me. Is there anything special about the eyes that they want in appearance?
Eye singular. No, it's hard to tell unless it's activated, and then it's distinctive in what you don't see.
Okay. So in the process of all this, we should make sure that some sort of massive blow across the eyes was delivered.
I mean, if we can make it look like somebody took the eye forcibly, that might be something. Or
which eye? Left, right? I'm sure it's going to make a difference.
Jerome, would it have been in the same eye?
Yep.
Left.
Okay. So he'll click on the headset and go, "Hey, Doc, we need to make sure that the left eye on our corpus delicti appears to have been forcibly removed, as that's where the hardware for one of the recoveries is."
It was only a single eye.
Oh,
you're muted.
Oh no.
Just one of the optics, not both?
Just one is what I have in the way of information.
Huh. Okay. All right. Good to know. Left eye. Yeah, I mean...
Unless they know something I don't know.
Oh. Well, yeah, that should work. I mean, my plan is if we can get the right, body, right gender, physique, all that stuff, we just plant a few things. Like I can kind of implant some hair that I can get from the client. I might be able to resculpt some of her fingerprints, and I just need to take a sample or two of blood, and we'll splatter that. But before that, we'll be torching the body after I, do what I need to do. Make it look like the other organs in the chest, like they were removed from scabs. I can just make it look like the eye was taken too, and the only thing they couldn't get to was the arm, and that'll be the identifier that they can use.
Right.
Okay. Alrighty. And thank you, Sam. And I'll finish my walk while I converse normally with Sam about the need for two-ply toilet paper and other marvelous sundries.
What did they say in Letterkenny? You're 10-ply, bro, or something like that? You're 10-ply.
So are we going to get a mayor for this place?
A mayor. We're going to see what the clans have to offer. This has been an ongoing project for me for a couple months. I've been laying the groundwork for some of the clans people that want to stay in clan but not migrate to come into the fold and assume some of the duties as the talent becomes available. This just kind of rushes that.
Interesting. Is that common for nomads to want to put down?
It depends. Some of them just lose the urge to travel, but they liked belonging. And there's another clan. Wasn't it Night? The Night group that you said started off as a group of nomads, Jerome, in claim territory?
Knight's Call?
No, Knight's Call is a gang.
That's a gang.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
The two nomad groups here are the Molinar clan and Shadow Mountain clan.
Okay. I thought you said one of the gangs started out that way too, but I guess I'm mistaken. But yeah, they have people that want to set down roots, and if we work it properly, they do all the things that we don't want to do, and we still maintain what's the word I'm looking for? Proprietary interest.
Fancy words.
But
sounds like a good plan.
Yeah, it's something I've been working on for a while. My trip back when I took Ghost to meet him, I had that discussion. So
that's something that they're not going to mind doing. All the
they didn't have any objections at the time. So, and the idea that they'd be able to find places for people in the clan who wanted some stability was appealing as a way to keep clan members and establish a presence where clan would be welcome when they came to visit.
All right. Sounds good.
So the answer to your question is yes, and I'm hopeful it's someone that we don't have to keep running checks on when we're not home.
Yeah, we don't need to worry about that when we're fighting for our lives.
Well, I don't mind fighting for our lives per se, but I hate having to do it when I come home.
That too.
Excuse me. So, alrighty.
All right.
That should leave.
Yeah, I'll catch up with you in a bit.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty.
And Sam will run off to do Sam things.
Okay. And what are Sam things?
She's probably gonna check on Kiani, make
Okay.
sure that she's kind of lying low and nobody's harassing her.
Yeah, she is 100%.
And she's got everything she needs.
She has. She now has a pistol. So she has been keeping that by her side ever since. She tends to just stay in the room that you guys have created for her in that apartment, building.
Okay.
But she hasn't been going around really, like, hardly at all.
I'll remind her it's only a couple more days and then you're off to Utah and starting over somewhere safe.
I mean, she nods and she says, but what am I going to do in Utah? I mean, I'm not ungrateful, but I don't know anything about Utah. Do I have to be Mormon?
I don't know anything about that. You can ask them on the way there.
I'm being
sure they can
taken by Mormons?
I'm not sure. All I know is I trust the guy that I worked out this plan with, so.
Okay. I mean, if you trust him, I'll go with what you say.
Yeah. So, it's an adventure.
Ain't it just?
All right, I'll check on you soon.
Okay. Just to let you know, there's rumors going around that there might be like a creeper on the property or something. I don't know anybody. I'm just hearing whispers down the hall. So
What have you heard?
Second, gotta get my notes. Somebody ended up finding somebody apparently butchered.
Where?
She says, I haven't been going anywhere, so I don't really know. I just heard some
You didn't
conversation.
hear where they found it?
No, I just heard conversation in passing as they went by my door. I've been trying to keep a low profile. I don't want people to know I'm here.
Okay, lock the door. Keep that gun close.
Oh, and she like pats her side. She's like, I take it in the shower at this point.
Okay. See if I can find out about this. And she will exit and then go looking for Isaiah? Is his name?
I don't know. Is that his name?
Elijah. One of those prophets.
Elijah can be found down in the middle of the street towards the intersection right there. As he is kind of making his way around and just checking on people at this point, trying to keep the street itself clear of debris and encouraging people to do the same, so that way vehicles can come through, pass through, as needed, instead of circling around, divergently or whatnot.
So I will go find him.
Yeah,
and,
you found him.
And I will approach.
Approach.
What would I call him? Probably just Elijah, right? Not like Mr. Murphy or...
You could.
Senor Murphy.
He's actually, in essence, the sheriff. Since that's kind of the security chief role you gave him. You could call him Chief. You could call him Chief Murphy. Just Elijah. Whatever floats your boat.
I think I'm going to say, hola, senor.
Oh, hola, Sam. Was there something I missed? I've been trying to get them to keep these streets swept up, so that way when you guys come in and out, that you're not like running into something.
Yeah, that's fine. No, I wanted to ask you about something I just heard. Maybe you know. Something about someone came to an unfortunate end around here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was a girl, I think somewhere in her early 20s. We're not sure what exactly happened, but I've got people looking into it, and we actually just some folks here let me know about it, like not more than maybe an hour ago.
We know who it was?
No. I've been hesitant to spread a lot of word because I don't want people getting, scared or whatnot. But rumors being what they are, and that it was reported to me rather than, I found it myself. It was kind of gruesome. Problem is, we don't know if it's like a one-off situation or if it was, anger over a spouse or whatever have you. I'm trying to collect as much detail as I can. With the tempers being what they are in the neighborhood right now.
Okay. Where did it happen?
He points to the building across the way. If you're visualizing the map, there is an encampment on the north east side of the property line, I guess, for lack of a better term, that some folks have set up kind of a small tent city.
And nobody heard anything?
That's what is being stated. I don't know if it's out of fear. I don't know if it was done and dropped off. I'm still trying to figure it out, and I'm trying not to step on too many toes. So that way, you know, they warm up to the fact that, yes, there is a security presence here. So I don't want to go cracking skulls without the need to do so. That's a Phoenix PD thing.
Okay, I'll let you do your job, but if something like this comes up, you might want to let us know.
I was in the process of doing so, but you guys have been busy, and I'm still trying to get some details. I don't want to come to you empty-handed. That's not really going to help much. But as soon as I have something definitive, I will definitely let all of you know.
Thanks. Look.
No problem, and sorry you found out this way.
Better than not finding out at all.
I agree.
Okay. We'll wait to hear from you then.
Okay. He just kind of tips his hat and goes around, you know, just kind of patrolling around at this point, just checking in with people, you know, just schmoozing and trying to, you know, get to know the people that are out in the street. It's clear he's trying to, you know, do some questioning without actually questioning, just trying to get a feel for everybody, but also doing some little odd jobs too. Like I said, trying to keep the street clear, you know, trying to set some good habits. Like, don't, you know, okay, yes, this is convenient, but don't throw a bunch of trash here. It's unsanitary, that sort of thing.
Okay. All right. I will head back to base, I guess.
Okay. Is Octavia doing anything in particular?
Octavia, sorry, I almost clicked out of this thing. Octavia, no, not really. She's just doing mechanical stuff. She's working on the trucks.
Okay.
Finishing up the paint jobs on the 2 vehicles.
Sure.
Yeah.
Did her facial reconstruction stuff heal, or does she still need to wait?
I mean, it's tender, but she's fine.
Okay.
You don't
so
want
you don't want to off.
Yeah, you don't want to catch a punch to the face, but you're fine.
Yeah. She might actually not go on them, or she'll stay in one of the vehicles, so she doesn't get injured. She can drive.
Okay. Well, I will leave it up to all of you then to decide what your next step is going forward. Stephen, you're muted.
One moment.
Alrighty. I have been reminded of something, and it's something we hopefully can do. And so, Vision.
Yes.
You think you can work on acquiring something like a small bulldozer or shovel to help with clearing up the debris?
I can call around. Shouldn't be too much trouble.
Alrighty. And while he is doing that, Amore is going to take out his phone and look up the city water department and give them a ring and ask them who he speaks to about water connections.
Okay. I mean, you would poke around to try and get like a general phone number or whatnot, but when you call, it's not going through. It's just giving you hold music.
Must be one of these local alderman things. Okay.
There are there's a I don't want to say like a form or whatnot, but there is a way that you can send in a request, and somebody can follow up with you.
Okay, they'll do the online thing, fill out all the information, see what happens.
Okay.
And
they it estimates, but a follow up anywhere between 48 to 92 hours.
So 2 or 3 weeks, maybe later. Okay, got it. And
the government hasn't changed in all these years.
Nope. And then I'll reach out to my good buddy, the Russian.
Okay.
And indicate to him that I'm looking to acquire some solar panels, probably about 10 of them to start.
Okay. So you're going down to his storefront then.
Yeah.
Basically. Okay. Sure.
And maybe a technician to help set them up on the roof of our admin building.
Okay. Let me see. Oh, you know what? I don't got the boss's name. I don't think I got the contact's name. Hold on a second. Let me check.
Yeah, it was just a storefront. You didn't give us any names for it at that point.
Yeah. Okay. It was just individual. So okay. Give me a moment.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and haha. Okay, so we'll just actually the guy who runs the storefront here, his name is Misha.
Okay. Misha's at the storefront. Okay.
Uh-huh. Okay. And so as he sees you come walking in, he's got a couple people browsing around, just looking at their wares, and he has 2 armed guards on the inside. So everybody is staying pretty honest. There is an old-fashioned sort of like U.S. mail postal box that people drop their pistols in before they come into the store.
Okay.
But the storefront, aside from the militarization of the people guarding the place, is actually very well kept. Like, they've done a great job of making this place look pretty legit. But excellent. I mean, it looks like a pawn shop. It's got a little bit of this, a little bit of that. It's got some wares up in here, and it has a sign that dangles right above the cashier sign that says, "Ask us about our financing." And so he's like, "Amori, come on inside."
I come inside, and drop all my hardware inside the mailbox. If I'm not safe inside the building, it's not relevant.
He says, "I haven't seen you for over a week. They tell us rumor run around town that you are off gallivanting around with scantily clad women."
The rumor's true. At least 2 of them. No, 3. No, wait. I'll get in trouble. 4.
Oh, see, you have all the fun. They have the big tatas, yes? Huge tracts of land.
One of them is amply endowed in all of the characteristics I find desirable, yes.
Excellent. You have pictures you can share with Misha.
Only if I want to be dead tomorrow morning.
He says, but dead, alive, we have the rug for that, yes?
Yes, we do. So, Misha, I need to arrange for some power for my building.
I see.
I'm thinking solar, and a technician to install it and make sure it runs.
Okay. So you're going to need generators, battery, solar panels, conduit. How much are we looking at here? We looking at charge port for vehicle? Or are we looking at the whole neighborhood?
We're going to do the admin building first to see how it works. And once that's there and it works out properly, then I'll probably consider leveling some land and putting up some more.
Okay. So he's he pulls out an old school like pencil and paper and starts, jotting some notes down. He says, "And when will you be needing this by?"
We're busy for about the next week with odds and ends and cleanup and injuries. 10 days, 2 weeks, no problem.
So no rush. It's not the emergency.
It's not an emergency.
Okay. I think I can accommodate. Let me go talk to family. I get back with you in a day or so when I have a figure to work with.
Sounds good to me. Always a pleasure.
You don't care about the brand, right? You're looking for name brand. You're looking for the goods.
Right now, I need something that works, and as long as the city isn't going to come after me with drawn guns, I'm good.
And so he jots. It's like indiscriminate. Okay, great. He puts a line underneath that. He says, "Yes, I will. I will be back with you in touch very soon. As you would say, lickety split."
Sounds good to me. Says, when I come back, should I bring a bottle of good vodka? What would be good?
Oh, I have hankering for the Irish vodka. We don't get much of that here. Yeah, they are good with potatoes, from what I understand.
Yes, very good with potatoes. I think you are correct.
Oh no, I meant the Irish. They seem to love the potatoes.
Yes, excellent. All right. I'll see if I can't find you some Irish vodka.
Excellent, my friend. I look forward to doing business with you, as always. Welcome to my shop. As
always. I shake his hand and go outside, collect my equipment, stroll off, key on the mic, and go, Stolas.
Yes. Doom, 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 doom.
See if you can't find us a couple bottles of Irish vodka.
Irish vodka?
Irish vodka.
You sure
our Russian neighbor, our Russian neighbor seems to think it's available.
I will see what I can find for you. Romy, aren't
good.
You the guy who gets this stuff?
No, see, I'm the dedicated leader type who's decided he knows when to farm out things to responsible individuals.
And you came to me?
You're trying to tell me you can't find me some bottles of Irish vodka?
I'll see what I can do, but I make no promises.
All right. Thanks, Stolas. I look forward to seeing your material when you get it.
Okay. Visions, did you have anything? Or
Yes, I would like to. I'm not sure how to do this, but I would like to find a bulldozer or something we can use to help clean up the street.
Okay. Do you have the family background? I don't think you do because you're a nomad vehicle driver.
Right. No, I don't have that.
Okay.
I don't have that. Nope. I got vehicles then instead.
Right. Which is fine. Okay, so you would need to actually make a call back and hope for the best. So why don't you give me a now I've got the character sheet right here. Whoa.
Oh, also Skulls, you got a free reroll, and Octavia, you got a free reroll if you didn't already jot it down.
Ah, nice.
Yes, from the chat.
Sweet, thank you.
Let's see. Well, you have a choice. You can attempt to empathy and leadership your way around it, or you could attempt to persuasion and fast talk it. Or if you were interested, you could try and seduce a bulldozer out of somebody from the clan.
Oh,
I'm not going to.
Come on,
I
take
wouldn't-
one for the
I wouldn't
team.
mind.
I am
wouldn't
not
mind
seducing
witnessing
my cousin. That is not
No,
right.
come on, you know,
No cousin stuff.
No cousin
No
stuff.
cousin
keep it
stuff.
in the family. It makes the bond stronger.
This game is taking a turn.
Yeah.
can't believe that came out of Octavia.
Yeah.
I may have misunderstood her.
All right, let's
We
go.
missed the
That's
fact that
surprising.
Vision's last name is Giovanni.
Let's do the leadership.
Okay.
Let's
So
do
empathy and leadership.
empathy, and leadership.
Are you wanting to put any luck to this?
Let's go ahead and where did my luck go? Okay, yeah, because I don't have anything in empathy. So I'm gonna add 4 luck, which is all my luck.
Okay.
So that should give me a +7 on the
To start.
D100. Yeah, on the D100.
Okay.
Let's go. Nine.
Okay. So how do you when you call back to your family at this point,
Yeah.
or the Nomad clan?
Yes.
How do you propose getting the bulldozer? Like, what do you lay that out for me as far as your approach?
Basically, he would just ask them, "Hey, do you A, have a bulldozer? B, can you guys bring it down, or can I come pick it up?"
Okay. 1 second. That is not on there. Okay, so let me close that out then. All right, and you were pardon me. Shadow Mountain Clan, yes?
That is a good question. I never found out.
Same clan as
Yes, it's Skulls.
Skulls, so it is.
So yes.
Shadow Mountain Clan. Thank you very much. I now have a clan.
Yes, you do. Where did I put that text file here real quick? I know it's in here. Oh, that's right. I remember. There we go. I put them in their own separate folders. It's been a while since I've had to look at these. Okay, so you try to inspire the current clan leader, who is Viridia Wolf.
Viridia, let's write that down.
She sounds hot. Just saying.
Okay.
Well, since we're on that topic,
She has an appearance score of
I
9.
guess hotness. So let me go ahead and I will give you guys the picture. One moment. Not that this is dramatically appropriate to everybody watching, because it's not like you can see it. Hold on 1 second. It didn't copy. Copy. Still no pasty. You suck. Try again. Copy. Paste. Still not one to do it. Wow.
Is it Messenger?
Try
Yeah, just say
Discord.
dump it in Discord.
I'll try that.
Yeah.
One
Messenger's
more
still
moment.
having issues from what I see.
Still not doing it. Okay, well, I'll deal with it later. Okie dokie. Close out of that window so I don't get any chimes coming up on my face while we're playing. Viridia, also known as that's her real name, but she's known as Cross.
Cross.
She actually took over for her mother, who is Astrid.
Astrid.
So you kind of lay that out, and she says, okay, so this is a really odd request, Visions. Why do you need a bulldozer?
We got some stuff down here in Maryvale that needs moving. We got a bunch of trash and stuff that needs to get moved over.
Okay, so this isn't just you want it for a slow joyride.
No. No, Cross. This is for official business, official Maryvale business.
Huh. All right. Well, we have one, but it's in use. We are currently using it to make Fountain Hills, as you are aware, more hospitable to the clan. So I'm not at liberty to just let that go right now.
Okay. When do you think it'll be free?
Well, I was going to say there may be something your little group that you're tied to could do for us. But I need to think about that for a few. Let me percolate on that for a bit.
All right. Yeah, let me know whenever you have an idea. Do you think there's any others in the area that we could get?
That don't already belong to the city? I mean, you could always hijack them, but let's be perfectly honest. Where are you going to go with it?
To Maryvale.
You're not following me here, Visions. You're a great driver, but you're slow to pick up on the when you should turn off the lane, apparently. There's no way you would be able to hijack a dozer and get it to Maryvale before the police were on you. They don't move fast. They also don't look like anything else on the road. So everybody's going to know that this rogue dozer is going through town. Your only other option is to go find somebody to put it together for you and get the parts. And you could probably find a junkyard someplace to do that, but that's going to take forever.
That's not a bad idea. Okay, I'll start searching the junkyards. I'll hear back from you when you have your, when you're ready. And yeah, that works.
All right.
Thank you.
Stay frosty.
And he hangs up. Okay, he's gonna call Amore back.
Okay.
Well, no, not call, because this is just a quick text. Just
sure.
Like, hey, family has one in use. They're using it in Fountain Hills right now, so we can't use it. She was talking to Cross. She might have a job for us, so we could use the bulldozer. I'm gonna start going around the junkyards and seeing if I can't scrounge something together. Send.
So Kiva's just gonna shake her head. You should have slept with her.
I am not sleeping with my cousin. Oh no. Oh no.
Wait, what?
What?
That was late.
I have a unit that is malfunctioning, and I just heard that. Sleeping with your cousin, like your actual cousin, or like a nomad grand cousin type of thing?
A nomad grand cousin type of thing.
Then what's wrong with that?
Yeah, don't nomads keep it in the family? I don't.
No,
I mean,
no.
Metaphorically.
Okay, I'm going to go junkyard hunting. Bye.
Moray just looks at his phone and all of the stuff and goes, I really don't know some of these people as well as I think I do.
It's like one of those superhero text memes where it's like you see the little images going back and forth, and then somebody going like way off the conversation, like, "Oh, goodbye."
What could I roll to search junkyards?
A lot.
All right, I'd like to roll vehicles then and driving.
Right, no, that's not going to work. That'll help you get there safely, but you may not have the time to do that given the fact that you have that job that's pending.
True. Okay. All right. That is true. I did forget about that. Okay. He'll go over to where Octavia is working on the vehicles. I'll be like,
She's
hey,
not really working on it so much now as she's just got like a paintbrush and just making sure everything is like evened out and
Yeah, she's
giving it a coat of paint.
She's finishing up their symbol and the name of their group on
nice.
this vehicle.
Yeah, so he'll walk up. He'll be like, "Oh man, that looks really nice."
Oh, thanks.
Hey, Octavia, you know of any junkyards that might have a bulldozer?
Yeah, she's just gonna kind of stop and turn her head and look at him with a very curious look on her face.
Mhm.
Okay, I have to ask, why?
Well, we need a bulldozer to start clearing up some of this stuff, and my family has one, but they're using it. So I was thinking, like, either way, we need a bulldozer, right? So eventually we're going to need our own bulldozer. So what about if we, when we have time, find a bulldozer, fix it up, and it's ours, and we can use it whenever we want.
Well, there was that one place where we, Ghost really needs to name her rig, where we acquired Ghost's latest rig. I mean, we could probably
The Ghostmobile.
check
It is
in.
not the Ghostmobile.
It is not the Ghostmobile.
We could probably check in with him and see what he has, and if he doesn't, he might know where to acquire.
Awesome. Okay. All right. I guess we can't do that right now because we're getting ready to do a job. But
yeah, you guys are getting ready to do a job.
You're not coming with us?
I'm still kind of tender in the face, and Doc said, not to get it banged up really bad. So, I think I'm gonna play getaway.
All right, that works. Thanks, Octavia. You're the best.
Yes, I am.
And Visions will skedaddle into the background.
Okay. I will leave that up to all of you as to where you're going,
then,
what you're doing next.
Yeah, Skulls is going to find Kiani so that he can get the evidence from her that'll be planted at the crime scene eventually.
Sure. Okay, that's not a problem. Don't have to roleplay that particular piece out. That was assumed.
Cool. Okay.
I am Googling Irish vodka.
Boru, B-O-R-U.
And then, is there anyone in the city who sells it?
Good stuff.
Great question.
Oh, you'll probably have to.
Probably the Irish mob.
Yeah. Because we've got an Irish mob here, too.
I'm sure we do.
No, you don't.
Come on.
We'll probably have to go to
the cyberpunk version of the IRA.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I'm sure they do have that in Ireland.
Right.
We'll probably have to go to Night City to get it.
We really want the Irish mob going up against the Russian mob. Is that something we want for our city?
Not really.
This isn't Boondock Saints. You need to calm down.
Or the Equalizer.
Right, yeah.
Oh my god, I choked on an orange.
That's impressive.
It was a firefight.
Well, most people cut it down into slices. They don't
take a bite out of it.
Well, I was chewing when she said that, and I laughed, and it sucked it down instead of whatever.
Touchdown.
Who was it we were waiting on for intel about the haunt?
Yes. That's the trip to.
Gilbert, the outskirts of Gilbert, right?
Yep.
Oh, we got to talk to the pilgrims.
Oh,
Yep.
did you
Pioneers.
shared that with
Pilgrims.
us, right? Safety
I
first.
knew.
I'm
Be sure
imagining
to
a
bring some
poser gang.
corn.
I'm imagining a poser gang at this point called the Pilgrims.
Yes, let's do it.
I love it.
that everybody looks like they're they just hopped off the Mayflower.
Puritanical.
They've got blunderbusses and everything. They're like horribly ill-equipped for cyberpunk.
Oh my god, that's funny.
But those
Blunderbuses
buckle
would
shoes.
not be a horrible idea.
There's a blunderbuss that shot lasers.
Ow.
Is it a laser blunderbuss? It even has that hollow sound when it fires. It's like bong.
Right.
Now we're just playing Fallout. Just because laser muskets.
Right, exactly.
I was
Just
just going to
kidding.
say, is what's his face? The Minutemen? Are they involved too?
Yeah.
Just running around down there. Oh no.
Nice.
What's his name? Not Percy. Shit, I can't remember his name.
Harvey.
Yeah.
No, the guy that the Minuteman dude.
From history?
No.
In Fallout 4.
In Fallout. But,
Oh yeah,
it's not- I want to say Percy, but I know that's not it.
Gerald.
I mean, is Boru a real thing?
You're a dork.
is what a real thing? Boru, yes. I've personally had Boru. It's actually very smooth.
Yeah, it's really good.
Alrighty, so are we ready to head out to past the Razor's Edge and into where the pioneers dwell?
Oh, yeah, I think I know where I
Yeah.
It's down here.
The big question you should be asking yourself is: are you taking the van or the tank?
The tank.
Ah.
There's not a question.
And I want
So
Vision.
you're taking Frankentruck.
If you
Oh,
take
yeah.
Frankentruck, is that drive or heavy machinery?
That is heavy machinery.
I don't know if you can drive that.
Ooh.
Taking the
I
van.
can.
Shoot.
Don't touch it.
Yep.
So the last time someone tried to drive my truck,
No.
we lost.
Yeah, well, they
transmission.
didn't have. Well, he didn't obviously have
Now,
heavy, which
What-
I do.
Okay.
would vehicles then apply to operate heavy machinery?
It would, yes.
Yes. If you had the skill, otherwise it's -4.
Okay, I have a 1 in operate machinery.
I have a 4.
Yeah.
That's I have a 0, so the 4 wins.
Well, no, with his vehicles then,
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
his
could drive
vehicles
it.
then it would still add.
actually,
Yeah.
Well,
I
that
don't
means
have-
we have.
She doesn't have. Octavia doesn't have to drive right now. I don't have to drive right now because we're not actually doing the job. We're just going to. So, obviously,
Well-
Ghost has a problem with me driving. So
No, she'll
go
just
ahead.
start. She'll just be like Visions.
Yeah, what's up?
Explain to me how this thing works. Go sit in the seat.
Okay.
If you can point out every,
Vision gets to man the gun.
then we're okay. You can drive it.
Okay.
Oh, that's right, because Ghost taught Octavia how to drive
Yes.
Frankentruck. Yeah.
Vision gets to man the gun. Doc needs to come and sit there and patch us up when we get shot up by the people that don't want to cooperate. And Stolas can stay and search for whiskey or come with and be useful.
Hang out the back and shoot somebody.
And by the way,
He
by the way,
needs to disconnect.
Stolas, I put the name of the convenience stores in the Facebook chat. It's Mark 24 is a common convenience store. It's run by All Foods.
Cream.
Okay, if Stolas is coming with us, I'm insisting that he disconnect. He doesn't need it to go on a job. He can leave it at home.
Those are just implants. I didn't think it was like detachable.
So the question is, has he fixed the software or not?
I don't
Detachable
trust it.
penis.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
I don't trust it. I want it off.
Fair.
Well, we can test.
No, just take it off. put it in a safe something or whatever, but leave it at home. You don't need it on a job anyways. You can just put it on when you're with your girlfriend. And I'm grossing myself out just even speaking the words. So just leave it at home.
Did you find out what the trigger is? Did you talk to Bench Press about that?
She sent me a fist bump emoji, which
Yeah,
either
you're
means
leaving
someone
it at
needs to
home.
fist bump my Mr. Stud unit, or she turned it off remotely.
So you don't know if it's disconnected or not.
I do not know if it's disconnected.
Then I got to tell you, your teammate has a valid complaint.
He'll reach down into his pants and do the disconnect.
Oh my god!
Gamora just goes, "Thanks, Stoles."
Yep.
And
just disconnect. You're in the privacy of your own room. You just disconnect. There's a hissing sound of air, and you just set it off in a drawer, and you're good to go.
I grew up with him. I'm surprised I don't have to have more therapy than I already have.
Happy. It's in my pocket now.
You didn't have to tell us where it was. It's just we're good. We're good. Get a carrying case for all we. Thank you, Stolas.
Can we stop talking about his winker?
Yeah, let's go.
I mean, I'm sure it loves the attention.
Shut up before I punch you.
Anyhow, off we go. The Four Musketeers.
Okay, so you are going to have to take the long way around. Keep in mind that there's no way in hell that Phoenix is going to allow that to come into city limits.
Yeah.
So Visions, why don't you go ahead and give me a roll to drive?
All right.
Only need the one. It's just you're not on standard roads at this point, so it's just to make sure that you don't accidentally go off road.
So once we get into downtown.
No, you're not getting into downtown.
You're not getting into downtown.
No, you are bypassing all of Phoenix proper. You're having to take a little bit of off-roading, some back roads, old run-down roads. So it's a little rough, but you're not off-road. You're not like going 4x.
All right, understood. Okay. Alrighty.
And Frankentruck, for those of you who are watching, Frankentruck looks like a typical infantry fighting vehicle, but in place of the usual turret, it actually, if you've ever seen the Ontos, which has the multiple recoilless rifles decked out on the side, that's what it has in place of that particular turret. So it is nasty.
16.
Okay, so that's good enough. So it's a bit of a bumpy drive. You're not used to regularly driving vehicles that are quite so big. And you are cutting around the small mountain range, heading out past South Mountain, staying, outside of the city limits, clearly driving through Razor's Edge territory.
Oh yeah.
But no one really does anything. It's like nobody's going out. You're not going out of your way to fire on stuff randomly or whatnot. So no one's jumping out there immediately. It's very clear you're trying to stay to the edges, and you end up getting out onto the remains of the 202.
Mm-hmm.
The 202 and 101 at that point, kind of coming as you bypassed South Mountain. And you are heading to the Pioneers. So the directions you have been given. 1 second.
Let me open this map here.
At that point, it has you heading, which actually puts you sort of back into Razor's Edge territory, but you're at the very edges right now. You're back up on the 87, heading northbound. You end up getting off on Main Street. And around Main Street down here, it looks like care has been taken to clean it up some. You don't see... obviously, the road hasn't been really refurbished at all. Many of the buildings out this way look just as abandoned as the rest of the combat zones that you've been in. However, as you're traveling down Main Street, there are noticeable amounts of less debris. There's no vehicles left over. Buildings are still kind of shoddy shape, but nothing seems to be standing directly in your way until you get down to about North Centennial Way.
Ooh.
And at that point, there is several old vehicles that have been overturned, as well as the shipping containers that have been lined up, and there is kind of a fortified wall there. And as you are rolling up, you can see people readying their weapons, and you can tell more than one has some sort of rocket launcher or bazooka at this point.
Wow. Okay.
But you're rolling up in rolling artillery. This is not like an AV4. This very much looks like an act of aggression.
Okay.
Bring it to a stop.
Yep.
Vision.
He'll bring it to a stop.
He says, if they shoot me, shoot back. Pick my body up and explain to Ghost that it was an accident. Not that she'll believe you, but, tell her it was an accident.
If you
Maury
get
hops
shot,
out.
We're all leaving because I'm not going to be the one to tell Ghost.
Be careful.
And walks out, walks up in front, and just kind of, takes a position between the containers and the vehicle and goes, hey, who do I talk to?
Oh, they're not going to let you get that close.
Okay.
So, but as you hop out, you can see that there must be 15 people, along this line here, up between the buildings in this area, as well as basically the wall that they've got blocking the road. And the sounds of more footsteps behind. It's clear they did not take very kindly to Franken truck rolling up with all of its armor. All of them are wearing what appears to be white armor. It has a little bit of black lining around it. Or sorry, not black. A little bit of green lining around it. They all kind of have a bit of a uniform look. And they have some sort of on their armor, which is on their chest, they seem to have a little bit of a blue logo of some kind.
Yeah.
But the people around here are, they are fully armed. They've got helmets on. They've got pretty decent looking weapons. So it's pretty obvious that Razor's Edge doesn't come out this way. Or if they do, they're ready to clash. And somebody shouts and says, "State your business. Why are you here?"
Looking to talk to someone from the Pioneers.
So they kind of look back and forth. What do you want?
I don't normally discuss my business in the whole public.
We don't normally have a tank roll up to our door. We all got to make adjustments now, don't we?
I guess. So once again, who do I talk to?
You ain't getting anything till we find out why you're here, because we're about ready to blast that tank to Kingdom Come.
Moy just stands there and waits.
Okay, so at that point you see two people readying the rocket launchers.
Ghost will kill you if you put a scratch on her vehicle. just pointing that out, Amori.
Just kind of looks at him and he goes, "So you don't want that scav haunt that's been preying on everyone removed, I guess."
Okay. Go ahead and roll your persuasion fast talk with empathy.
Okay. Empathy is going to be a 6. Persuasion fast talk is going to be a 9, so that's 15 to start with. Okay.
Nice.
Slash MM?
Nope. Slash R.
Nope. Slash R. Okay. 1d10. Not 12, Steve. 10. A 10. So 22.
Okay. You need to roll again and add another D10 because it explodes when that happens.
Ah.
Nice.
29.
Okay. So some guy from the top says, take 3 steps to your left away from the vehicle. Keep your hands up at all times where I can see you. Otherwise, you're going to find out the meaning of thinking telestial.
Or he just kind of shrugs, takes 3 steps to the left.
And at that point, you could start to hear some movement, behind the wall at this point as they're waiting. They're not making any more aggressive stance or motions or gestures, but they are ready to go at a moment's notice. And then you end up seeing what appears to be like a makeshift door kind of slide open in the wall, grinding metal and all. It's like ring. And 2 people come walking out, similarly, armed and dressed and whatnot. They're fully armed and ready to rock as far as colors and everything. Weapons are down.
Mm-hmm.
And all of them, everybody here you see are, they're all men. Guy comes walking up. He must be 21, 22, early 20s or something at this point. And he says, what's your name, stranger?
I'm Amori.
Amori, and you are with who exactly?
MC13.
So he takes a second real quick and, calls it in. And then there's a pause as he's getting the message coming back, and he says, all right. He says, you can come inside. You're leaving your weapons at the door. He says, your friends can stay here.
Okay. Maury just unbuckles all of his equipment, turns around and hands it back inside the vehicle.
Okay. So as you, at this point, they motion, they motion at this point. There's a little bit of an ease that takes hold. Again, they still got their weapons drawn, but they're not at this point specifically focused on retaliating on Frankenstruck. Amori, once you actually step past the barricade here, all of the buildings in this particular area, all the road, everything looks like it's been restored as best as possible prior to the fallout.
Interesting. Very
so
impressive.
The buildings look, nothing looks like super high tech, but the buildings have been refurbished. There's no like cracking of paint. Plants out here, what little plant life there is, appear to be tended to. They do have like working street lights as you come walking through here. There is a checkpoint just on the other side of this wall that you went to, and they hop into, in essence, a golf cart to take you further, inside. That you're with the 2 guys that you were talking to. The rest of them are, still manning their post. And as you are driving further along, it looks like the pioneers who took over this area they have it's obvious they've taken it over, but they've also taken great care to make sure, like as a point of pride, like everything looks nice. What you aren't finding are a lot of the like neon glitzy signs that you would find in downtown Phoenix. You obviously don't see a whole lot of cars, but there's a few that kind of roll around. You end up being brought to what appears to have been a visitor center at one point at just past the corner of South Mesa Drive on Main Street.
Looks very nice. I comment on it.
As you pass by, there's a big sign out there that says Deseret Books. People kind of walking around. Most people here seem to walk, purely for the exercise. You do see some vehicles occasionally, like as far as cars, but it looks like they may have also gotten their hands on some electric vehicles. So you do see a lot of like golf carts, or small ATV-like vehicles just tooling around the area. The pride and joy, however, is the temple that you see. There is the courtyard and everything. Like they are making sure to take care of the grass, the bushes. There is a fountain here that's still in operation. You are actually at the Mesa, Arizona temple.
Ah, okay. Very nice.
But the visitor center looks like it was also partly a museum sort of thing as well. So that you're brought in. The guards that they have there, who are actually not quite as armored as the individuals you're with, they wand you down, making sure that there's no additional bugs. Even though obviously metal goes off, it's cyberpunk. People realize, you're gonna have cybernetics. I mean, a lot of people have that. It's like asking people not to come into a building if you have a tattoo. It's probably not going to happen. And so they take you off to the side in one of the what is probably a small meeting room on the first floor. And they tell you to wait there.
Okay.
One of the guards stays posted on the outside. They go walking off. The first woman you see at this point comes walking up. She's casually dressed. It is conservative for a future era, so it's not like revealing or whatnot, but it's not like you would expect pilgrims from like the 1800s to wear.
So it's modern day common, for lack of better wording.
Modern day common, but it's not like ultra religious conservative. Good way to put that.
Okay.
And as the guard opens the door at this point, she comes walking in. She says, so somebody will be here to speak with you in a moment. My name is Sister Mary. I was curious if you wanted anything to nibble on or drink or something while you waited.
I appreciate the offer, but thank you, no.
She says, are you certain? We're known for our ice cream.
He just kind of looks at her and goes, I just recently was exposed to ice cream about 2 weeks ago.
She says,
it isn't.
I'm pretty certain we can beat it.
He's willing to give it a try. If he's just thinking to himself,
sure,
ice cream, I never thought I'd see that stuff again.
Right. She says, okay. She says, I will bring you a bottle of water and a small dab of ice cream while we wait. We should have, I think somebody's going to be with you probably in the next 15, 20 minutes.
Okay.
You better bring some for the rest of us.
Brittany, ask her for Irish vodka. Yeah, because they'll have that. They'll have that on tap. Things changed. One of the prophets turned around and said, "Vodka, however."
Boru specifically, you know.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Good thing he's got his mic squelched.
So she eventually comes back in. It is what they have done is because plastic is a reusable resource, which is not uncommon in cyberpunk. They have taken, the old plastic ice cream cups that you can get like in a bag or whatnot. They've basically got something like that. It's a tab you can pull off. It's got their ice cream, and there's a little plastic spoon. And she brought you, pre-sealed bottled water.
Okay. I thank her and, get comfortable. And I'm sub-vocalizing periodically so my crew isn't like going nuts.
Sure.
Letting them know what's going on.
You basically got a chocolate vanilla swirl.
I comment, it's really tasty.
You're going to hear Gideon grunt.
Yeah, Skulls will be like, not fair, dude. Not fair.
And
Job's got to have perks once in a while.
And then eventually, another man comes walking up. He's actually in what would pass for like a business attire, but obviously futuristic, so it's not quite the same look as it would be like we would expect. But maybe some sharper edges or something as to the cyberpunk swarzy sort of look, if thinking along those lines. But he walks in. He's got two of the men with him, and he says, so Mr. Amore, I do apologize for the hostility you encountered at the gate. It is not common for us to see a militarized vehicle approaching our home.
I'm sure, and I do apologize. When I was told about this location, it wasn't quite indicated to me the level of civilization that I was traveling to, and my assumption was actually quite the opposite, that I was traveling to a place where the presence of overbearing power would be useful rather than the exact opposite.
I see. Well, we do tend to keep to ourselves, and we are, despite being within Arizona, we tend to keep to our own jurisdiction as much as possible. That would probably be why there was the discrepancy.
Yeah, no problem.
And he extends his hand.
I respond back. I shake his hand.
He says, I am Elder Jed. He says, I am someone who actually goes on the outside every so often to interact with the rest of the world beyond. He says, we tend to have problems with the Razor's Edge, I'm sure, as you can tell. So we have to display a show of force for security's sake.
I'm sure, and I'm also relatively sure that, considering we waded through their territory for a bit, that somewhere beyond the horizon, someone was watching to see what took place. So I think it served both parties by your show of force and my willingness to stand there and be shot at.
He says, well, be that as it may, the word has been passed to us that you did, your particular group did us a service here recently. So again, I do apologize for the hostilities. And you had mentioned something about scavs, I believe.
Yes, we've been led to believe that somewhere between you and Razor's Edge, probably, but maybe adjacent to your location, is a group of scavs who've become much more discreet in their operations and are preying on the inner city and then relocating outside of its environment to harvest their host.
He says you would actually be correct. They have made a few overturns towards our location, but they don't seem to be willing to go tit for tat. which suits us just fine. That we would rather not have that level of interaction. Obviously, they don't offer anything of any value that anyone might care for. However, and as I indicated, you are correct. They have actually taken up, from what we can tell, at the remains of a old Catholic church, deeper into the Chandler area.
Okay. Oh, let me pop in my map for a second. There we go. Okay. So between Razor's Edge and the 202, basically.
Well, he would actually give you the location. I just
okay.
Hold on a second. He actually gave you roughly. It's where did it go? That's not it. I just had it. There it is. Okay, it's St. Mary Roman Catholic Church.
St. Mary's Roman Catholic Church. Okay.
On Galveston. He says
Galveston?
On Galveston Street, yes.
Okay.
He says that's not far away from the old Chandler High School. And there are, or at least there had been, a lot of people who couldn't make it past Razor's Edge territory and didn't particularly care for us. So they attempted to brave it out in the wilds of that particular combat zone. They're being preyed upon intermittently, from what we can tell, by the scabs when they aren't attempting to operate in Phoenix.
Okay. That's the information I was looking for. Would you like some compensation for this?
He says, if you can remove them, that's compensation enough.
Well, we're going to do our best to see that done in the next 72 hours or so. Sorry, apparently I lost the ability. 72 hours or so, I can talk. And are they of any size, consequence-wise? You know, are they under 10, more than 10?
We don't honestly know. We don't have a lot of presence in that particular area. Obviously, given the circumstances, outreach is sort of out of the question.
Yeah.
We try to help those we can if they can make it here. He says, this is just my personal hunch, but I think they may be operating with leftovers from a fallen medical company that used to operate out of Chandler several years ago.
Okay.
Again, I have no way of confirming that, but if they're being discreet, then they may be trying to keep their parts as viable as possible until they can get them sold, which would make sense if they tapped that particular resource.
That's what the indications are, and this is actually just something we're doing because we're following a trail of clues that leads us to believe they've gathered in someone of interest, and so
I am truly sorry to hear it. If there are if there's anybody there that are survivors or that need assistance, you can bring them here.
Excellent. We will keep that in mind. Thank you for the hospitality, and Omori would give him, whatever works for the electronic business card or whatever. This is how to reach out to me if you need to tell me anything. We will be operating in that area, so your people may or may not see us go by when it comes time for that moment. Obviously, I'm not going to say exactly when the operation is going to take place because there are reasons of security to involve. But
right.
Thank you for the information. And like I said, if it works out well, I will come back and I will gift you something for your temple.
It's giving us something is not a requirement, but I understand. Best of luck. He says, as a word of advice, I would avoid the 87 in that area. They seem to watch that almost exclusively, given the fact that it is still mostly clear. So if you're going to approach that location, you may want to do so from side streets.
Yeah. I appreciate it once again, and thank you very much.
Okay, so he rises and shakes your hand, and he says, before you go, would you and your friends like any bottles of water or some of the ice cream?
If you had some ice cream, my teammates would appreciate it greatly. It's a treat we seem to have accidentally indulged in as a result of something else that took place a while back.
Of course, sure. And then he motions for the sister to go get some again. And she basically comes back out with the bag with the bread tie on it that has, you know, several more cups in there, enough for everybody plus one. So
Okay.
you can fight over who gets the extra.
No,
and
I have a girlfriend.
and,
There is no fight.
and you also get they provide you with 7 bottles of water.
Once again, I thank them.
But
what was the sister's name? I forgot.
Sister Mary.
Sister Mary.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All righty. Thank him and take my stuff and walk back out and tell the crew I'm coming back out with the information that we need and climb back in the vehicle and turn around and head away.
Okay. They will, of course, bring you back to the wall. Same way you got there. You walk back out, put on the electric cart, and driven back out there. And that is where we're going to actually stop for the night.
Yeah, you need to take care of yourself too, dude.
As Amori gets
yeah, he gets mauled. The moment he gets in the vehicle.
As Amori comes back with ice cream.
Octavia frenzies and eats the whole bag.
Yes.
Just stuffs it all in her face.
That's I had to keep the face.
She eats
cool.
it like Cookie Monster, just
Flying all over. Yeah.
And then she gets an ice cream headache.
I
and
know
starts
exactly.
eating.
Oh,
Maury hands out the ice cream to his teammates, and he takes the one that's for
Never-ending.
Ghost and leaves it in the bag and draws his pistol and said, "Hands off."
So
So
keep in
right
mind,
then.
you don't have a storage unit in here. You don't have like a fridge or anything.
Uh-oh.
Drive
Gonna melt.
fast.
It'll go into the freezer when I get back.
It'll be melted
fake
by
it.
then.
Yeah, it will. I know. Well.
So that's where we're going to stop for the night. Obviously, our next game will be June 12th
2 days after my birthday.
for Cyberpunk. So tomorrow night is Street Fighter.
Let's go.
That's going to be starting at 7 p.m. So I hope you guys all had a fun game. I had a great time. Those of you who are hung out and watched and or listened or whatnot, redeemed points. Thank you very much. And I hope you guys all enjoy the rest of your evening. Good night, guys.
Good night, folks. It was fun.